I love writing exercises, and that's why today we are going to dive into one of my favorite writing exercises for practicing is free writing. This is a way to help overcome writer's block, spark new ideas, but also teach you how to write when you need to write. Because sometimes we sit down and we're like, what's with this white screen? Anyway, we'll explore why free writing is such an effective tool, how it helps break through creative barriers, and I'll also guide you with some examples, okay? Some real time examples to show you how simple yet transformative this exercise can be. If you've ever found yourself staring at a blank page or feeling stuck, this is the perfect place to start, am I right? Today's lesson free writing exercise. Get past the blank page and start writing today. But Thomas, what is a free writing exercise? Generating ideas. That's what it is. Wow, look how great I'm getting. Okay. Getting so old. Free writing is one of the simplest yet most effective and powerful writing exercises out there. It's designed to help you push past that intimidating blank page, tap into your creative potential, and generate new ideas. Because sometimes we stare and we're like, I don't know what to do with this. I'm there all the time. Yeah, not as much today, but I have been there. Sometimes, especially in the beginning of my career when they're like, I need a screenplay or I need a couple pages for the night. I'm like, I need to be inspired. The paycheck helps though. The basic idea is straightforward. You set a timer, you write whatever comes to mind for a set period of time. Boom. No rules, no editing, no second guessing, just pure, unfiltered thought flowing onto the page. But Thomas, what if I can't? What if I can't just write? Well, maybe you are. Are you worried it needs to be perfect? Are you one of those? Are you concerned you don't have a strong enough idea? In this exercise, none of that matters. Let go of the perfectionism and the inner critic because you're not writing anything for public consumption. Allow yourself to write without worry. Nothing else matters in this exercise. Structure, grammar, it's all about you unlocking surprising ideas and thoughts that may not have surfaced otherwise. Who cares about structure or grammar? You're just getting words out. It's about capturing raw creativity, exploring unexpected directions, and embracing whatever shows up in your mind. Whether it's fragments of dialogue, abstract concepts, character insight, or even just a description of your surroundings, it all has value. But Thomas, what if I have writer's block? That's one of the long term purposes of this exercise. Free writing can also be an incredible tool for overcoming writer's block. Why is that? Because writer's block often stems from the pressure to be perfect, to get everything right on the first try. Free writing removes the pressure. Also, you're creating the habit of writing. Okay, habits become purposeful. By setting a timer, say 10 or 15 minutes, and committing to writing constantly for that period, you give yourself the freedom to bypass overthinking and get words on the page, regardless of whether they make sense or not. The key is consistency and not pausing to evaluate or judge what you've written. The beauty of free writing is that it's a form of exploration. You might not know where you're heading, but you often end up with the something that can serve as a seed for a story, a scene, or even a new character. Or you can just throw it out. Doesn't matter. It is just practicing writing. Okay. Many writers find that their best ideas come when they let their mind wander freely. And free writing is a structured way to allow that wandering. Plus, as a constant practice, it can strengthen your ability to write spontaneously, break out of mental ruts, and connect with your voice on a deeper level. What's up, baby? Come on, come on, come to daddy. Kitty cat. Okay, lay in your spot. Go ahead. Cats. Am I right? She's like, oh, you're recording. This is my playtime. All right, but Thomas, is this where you show me? Why, yes. Well, yes, it is. Basically, I'm not gonna set a timer or anything. I'm just gonna go. Actually, you know what? Maybe I will set a timer. You just won't see it. I'll just do 5 minutes. Um, then I'll just write. Now, keep in mind that I'm not going to put any thought into this. This is just an exercise to teach you, to teach the brain to write. When it's your job to write, sometimes we can't wait for inspiration. So this is something that I had to teach myself. I had to create a habit of being able to sit down and just write. Now, sometimes you're hired to write with a deadline. Sometimes your publisher needs pages by X date. More often than not, self-published authors, authors starting out, so forth and so forth, they don't really necessarily have deadlines unless they create them themselves. But in reality, we all, in one time or another, have dealt with the blank page, feeling down and out, imposter syndrome, or ultimately unmotivated to get started. So think of it this way. You want to get in better physical shape, right? Well, you have to work out. It's hard in the beginning, but you create the habit of getting up and going 3 to 5 times a week. Do I go today, tomorrow? I went yesterday, right? The truth is, writing is the same. It's a muscle, and sitting down to write is the same thing. So try it with me if you want. We could do 5 minutes together. I'm going to set the timer, and we'll write together in this video. So let me get rid of this. Let me share the screen. I'm gonna share the screen. Writing exercise. Boof. There you go. Writing exercise. All right. Let me set. I'm gonna set my timer. I'm gonna set my timer for 5 minutes. Okay, 5 minutes. Let's do this. We're gonna do 5 minutes. Let's see. 5 minutes. 5 minutes. 5 minutes. All right. And start. Go ahead. Go. Get in it. Just write. Now I might talk through this. And look, I'm actually gonna get a sip of something. All right. It's pretty confident of him. Hey, listen. It's just writing. All right. Turning point of my life where things seem to be falling into place. By falling, I mostly mean apart. You can't just get what you want. No matter how much the Rolling Stones tell you. Yeah. Because sometimes you get what you need. Or is it what you need? Who cares? I don't really listen to the Stones. Tom Petty. He's got some southern comfort. Where I come from. All right. Boop, 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 boop. Yeah. Okay. I needed that. I miss Tom Petty. Poor guy died so young. All right. He was old and not poor. And he was one of those musical triggers that always took me back my youth. A time when I knew nothing but everything at the same time. What's going to happen when I no longer can hear his music or sing along to the lyrics that connect me to the world I once knew? That's the problem with dying from the inside out. All right, let's see. I'm going to shrink this down. Boop. Let me get myself a bigger screen for you guys. Boom. I think I could go here. All right. Okay. Yeah. I'm at the, okay. Now remember, we can't go back and read it. Just write. So, okay. Okay. That's the problem with dying from the inside out. We got 2 minutes. That's the problem with dying from the inside out. Do, 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 do. Don't worry about me. No one else does. But today, I'm going in for my final test before the doctor tells me the truth. Ryan, you're done for. Maybe I should tell him I can't afford the bill. So that he'll give me another 6 months to live. It's an old joke. Where are you going up? My wife called down. Yes. Sighing. Sighing. Pushing myself up off my recliner. Yeah. I'll be right there. All right, recliner. Sighing, sighing, and pushing myself up off my recliner. Called up to her. Yeah, I'll be right there. There we go. 5 minutes done. All right. So, what do we get out of this? What did we get out of this? I think we did really well. Look, how many words did we write? Okay, we got almost 300 words out. If it was a regular page with all like the setup, that's basically a page. We just got a page out in 5 minutes. You know, I don't have to go back and edit it. This was just a free writing exercise. However, let's see what happens. Let's see how it turned out. I'm at the clearly this is first person. I'm at the turning point in my life where things seem to be falling into place. By falling, I mostly mean apart. You can't just get what you want, no matter how much the Rolling Stones tell you. Or is it what you need? Who cares? I don't really listen to the Stones. Tom Petty, on the other hand, he's got some Southern comfort. Where I come from. Okay. I needed that. I miss Tom Petty. Poor guy died so young. All right. He was old and not poor, but he was one of those musical triggers that always took me back to my youth, a time when I knew nothing, but everything at the same time. What's going to happen when I no longer can hear music or sing along to the lyrics that connect me to the world I once knew? That's the problem with dying from inside out. Don't worry about me. It's the problem dying from the inside out. Oh, don't worry about me. Actually, I still think that's the same narrative. Don't worry about me. No one else does. For today, I'm going in for my. It is a new thing. Don't worry about me. No one else does. For today, I'm going in for my final test before the doctor tells me the truth. Brian, you're done for. That should be there. Maybe I should tell him I can't afford the bill so that he'll just give me another 6 months to live. Are you coming up? Are you coming? My wife called down the stairs. Sighing and pushing myself up off my recliner. I called up to her. Yeah, I'll be right there. That's pretty good. That's something. I give it something. All right, let's talk about it. Boop, boop, boo-doo-doo. Now remember, bing. Okay, writing. All right, writing is just a process. It's important to remember that whatever comes out during the exercise is perfectly okay, even if it doesn't seem cohesive or polished. It's all part of the process. The part is to get the words flowing and practice building that writing muscle, much like physical exercise. Now, if you noticed, it's mostly narrative what I wrote. Obviously, if I went back and did some editing, I would add immersion. I would add some more sensory details, maybe a little bit more action because it was mostly narrative. Okay, but it was all first person internal narrative, But I say just grab a timer, set it for 5 to 10 minutes, and let it go. Write anything and everything that pops into your mind, and don't censor yourself. You may be surprised with what you discover. Final thoughts, real quick. Free writing is all about thinking outside the box and giving yourself the space to explore without judgment. The process takes time, and that's okay. More importantly, every session you do helps you discover more about your unique voice as a writer. Remember, like I've said before, it's all made up, literally. And what's more important is that it's fun. It's make believe. We're adults being kids. We're using our imagination. And you have the freedom to change whatever you write anyway. You could adjust it, you could let it be, you could evolve with it, you could do whatever you want. It's fake. Just because you write it down doesn't. Oh, I can't change it. I can't change it now. I can't even edit it because what I wrote. If I edit it, it means I'm not a good writer. But the truth of the matter is, all great writing is rewriting, and all great writers have great editors. Now, the important part is to enjoy the journey, embrace the imperfections, and keep experimenting. Always experiment. When you come up to a choice or you put a character in a situation, how they react, at minimum, think of 3 different ways, especially if you're outlining. Those could be beats within the outline. If you're writing free verse or if you're pantsing, you're just letting it happen intuitively. When you get to a moment and you go back, or even in that moment, just say to yourself, what are 3 things that could happen? There's the thing that I chose naturally, intuitively, but what are other things? How can I challenge or put my characters through something where they got to make more? Because that's the drama. That's the excitement, is they keep making choices and they keep having consequences. And remember, consequences are good and bad. They don't necessarily have to all be bad because they're called consequences. It's just the result of taking action. Now, I want you to know that writing is always going to be an adventure, so let yourself be surprised by where it takes you. Next video in this series, which is writing exercises, we're going to descriptive writing exercise. That video will help authors improve their descriptive writing skills by focusing on using sensory details to create vivid and immersive settings. Well, basically, we got some fun things to do with that one, so I'm actually excited about that. If you haven't done so already. Question. Wait, question. I don't know why question wasn't on there, but question. What was your experience like with the free writing exercise that we just did right now? Did you join me for the 5 minutes? Let me know what you wrote about. Did you like it? Did you not like it? Did you like the experience? I mean, did you like the experience? Did you enjoy it? Is this something you're going to try again on your own? I'd love to know. Did you discover anything surprising or new? Were you like, wow, this got me thinking? If you haven't done so already, please subscribe and hit the bell icon so you don't miss out. And of course, thumbs up always help the channel. Other than that, as always, keep developing the right mindset. I'll see you next time. Bye.